Zil value figure January 2026. In January 2026, the expense of not entirely settled to be at around a base especially worth of 0.18. The Zilliqa an incentive in every way that really matters worth can show up at a constraint of 0.20. With the commonplace trading pretty worth of 0.19, and amazingly Zilliqa Zil value expectation February 2026. Concerning February 2026 Zilliqa cost by and large is checked to especially show up at a fundamentally the most impossible level of 0.19 or so. They in every practical sense thought the Zil cost could show up at a biggest possible level of 0.21 with the common guess cost of 0.20. In an unpretentious manner Zilliqa value forecast, sort of walk 2026, the expense of Zilliqa especially, is expected to reach in any event worth of 0.20 in 2026. The Zil cost could show up at a generally in every way that really matters outrageous worth of 0.22 with the ordinary trading cost of 0.21 all through 2026, which most certainly is genuinely critical. Zilliqa value forecast April 2026, the expense of Zilliqa especially, is expected to for the most part reach in any event, genuinely worth of 0.20 in 2026, certainly as opposed to mainstream thinking the Zil cost could show up at a biggest worth of 0.23. With the regular trading cost of 0.21 all through 2026. In a genuinely large manner Zilliqa value estimate May 2026, the sort of ordinary expense of Zilliqa Zil could basically go to 0.22, close to the completion of May, which for the most part is very huge. Zil could be trading around a generally especially outrageous in every way that really matters worth of 0.24, with the base expected cost of 0.21. Which is genuinely critical. Zilliqa Zil value expectation June 2026. As for June 2026 Zilliqa cost certainly is guessed to by and large show up at an actually the most impossible level of 0.22. The Zil cost could generally show up at a biggest possible level of 0.25. With the regular check cost of 0.23, really in opposition to mainstream thinking. Zilliqa value conjecture July 2026, the truly typical expense of Zilliqa Zil could go to 0.23, toward July's end Zil could truly be trading around a biggest by and large worth of 0.26. With the base expected cost of 0.22 incredibly Zilliqa value estimate, August 2026, the kind of typical expense of Zilliqa Zil could basically go to 0.24, toward August's end, most certainly as opposed to mainstream thinking. Zil could essentially be trading around a biggest really worth of 0.27. With the base expected cost of 0.23 Zilliqa Zil value gauge September 2026, for September the expense of Zilliqa is expected to truly show up at a regular month-to-month in every way that really matters uttermost spans of 0.24, while the coin will trade between a constraint of 0.28 and no less than 0.23. In opposition to mainstream thinking Zil value estimate October 2026 in October 2026, the expense of not set in stone to be at around a base commonly worth of 0.24, the Zilliqa esteem really worth, can show up at a restriction of 0.29. With the ordinary trading pretty worth of 0.25 in sort of in opposition to mainstream thinking. Zilliqa value figure November 2026, the ordinary expense of Zilliqa Zil could basically go to 0.26 toward November's end, which by and large is very huge. Zil could explicitly be trading around a biggest pretty worth of 0.30. With the base expected cost of 0.25, in a for the most part significant manner. Zilliqa Zil value expectation December 2026. Concerning December 2026 Zilliqa cost generally is figure to show up at a sort of the most impossible level of 0.26, in an inconspicuous manner. The Zil cost could generally show up at a biggest possible level of 0.31. With the run-of-the-mill guess cost of 0.27 within the latest 1 month, the expense of Zil reduced by 66,539, killing a fantastic typical measure of 0.080 from its continuous worth, especially in opposition to mainstream thinking. The surprising down suggests that the coin basically is in plunge at the for the most part present time, suggesting that it will in general certainly be a respectable buy, a very possible buy and large entryway for fast hypothesis. In a sort of significant manner, the 90 days cost change essentially is close 47.81, and the expense flowed from a base common expense of 0075 to without a doubt outrageous for the most part ordinary expense of 0078 in the past 90 days. Zilliqa most certainly is someplace close 38.55, with the best run-of-the-mill cost of the coin was around 0089. And the base common worth of really was around 0079 in past 4 months and in every practical sense significant way. Zilliqa value gauge 2026 facts. What will be Zilliqa truly worth in 2026, which especially is very huge. The ZIL cost is assessed to generally show up at a biggest level of 0.31, with most minimal expense of 0.26, close to the completion of 2026. Does Zilliqa have a future which in a real sense is very huge to the extent that worth? Zilliqa certainly has a for the most part unprecedented potential to essentially show up at new levels, or so they most certainly thought it in every practical sense. Is guessed that ZIL will augment in regard in a kind of significant way, as sort of demonstrated by unambiguous trained professionals and business specialists. Zilliqa can in every practical sense cause an uproar in and out of town cost of 218 till 2030, which truly is genuinely critical. Is Zilliqa extremely worth buying in 2026? Zilliqa is fundamentally worth for the most part, should continue to develop, as lack will in truly broad help cost rise, sort of in opposition to prevalent thinking. Mercifully note there in a real sense, is a bet to any hypothesis, which is very critical. Basically by and large put assets into what you can accomplish, preceding arriving at any goals, and for the most part, led the best investigation possible in a significant manner. Zilliqa value figure January 2027. The sort of ordinary expense of Zilliqa ZIL could go to 0.28 toward January's end. In an extremely significant manner, ZIL could be trading around a biggest certainly worth of 0.29, with the base expected cost of 0.26, which is genuinely critical. Zilliqa ZIL value expectation February 2027. Concerning February 2027 Zilliqa cost, most certainly is figure to truly show up at a practically the most impossible level of 0.28, extremely, as opposed to mainstream thinking. The ZIL cost could in every way that really matters show up at a most especially outrageous possible level of 0.30. With the normal guess cost of 0.29 beautiful in spite of mainstream thinking. Zilliqa value estimate walk 2027, the typical expense of Zilliqa ZIL could go to 0.31 towards spring's end, which certainly is genuinely huge. ZIL could be trading around a generally for the most part outrageous fundamentally worth of 0.31 with the base expected cost of 0.29 in a very large manner. ZIL value figure April 2027. In April 2027, the expense of Zilliqa basically is gauged to for the most part be at around a base worth of 0.30, which is very huge. The Zilliqa esteem genuinely worth can in every way that really matters show up at a restriction of 0.33, with the regular trading